after my reserve, I spent $519.56, Joe.
Good God.
And what do you get for that?
You should have used whatchamacallit?
You get 4 things for $519.
Did you not use any points?
You get the system. You get. I had to go with a Pro controller because I have no confidence in the Joy-Cons. I think they might be too small, and I heard about the desyncing issue on one of them. Don't know if they got that fixed yet. We'll figure that out. And then, of course, I got the only game that you need. Oh!
I got it!
I got the only game that you need with the Nintendo Switch. The only reason why you would buy it. 1-2 Switch. It's a fantastic game here. 1-2 Switch. And then the Zelda, of course. I don't know. Not many people buy this one. They really just buy it for this, but we'll go ahead and try Zelda out, I guess. All right, so it comes back pretty nicely. Got the screen here. Screen kind of, reminds me of a little, it's a tablet. That's what it is. Essentially, it's a tablet. It's got the touch screen, though Nintendo, for some reason, hasn't really talked a whole lot about the touch screen. I mean, I personally think they should market this as a mobile competitor for the mobile. So you got the little Joy-Con controllers here. There's super small. There you go. But slide right in here. Oh, okay, nice little clicking sound. That's cool. Yeah. And then these are the buttons here that you just press this button, boom, slide it out. It actually functions quite nicely. Yeah, I feel like you could do this over and over. Now, and when you press it down, it gives a nice hard click. You're probably going to end up accidentally pressing some of the buttons as you press down, but ain't no big deal. Yeah, it's cool. In fact, let me compare it to, where's my Wii U? Got to say, in my hands, it feels real nice without, being weighed down by, the little lock that I was playing it at PAX South. It looks sexy to me. It really does look sexy. Sleek. This piece of plastic right here feels real good on my hands.
It's nice in grip.
Yeah, it's
got good grip.
It's got a good grip for kind of just sitting nicely in your hand. So when the Joy-Con controllers are attached to the screen, it feels legit. There you go. Try that out, Joe.
That's real nice. Dibs.
Dibs. You can't do that.
Says who?
Okay. All right. So compared to Joe, you hold this up.
Bigger, bulkier.
And there is the Switch. So it is smaller. Get it closer here.
Why is everybody saying lick the cartridge?
What?
Everyone is saying lick the cartridge.
Lick the game cartridge? Why the hell would I do that?
I don't know. Everybody's saying it. Why?
I've heard of blowing on a cartridge, but not licking it. You guys are some nasty ass people.
Describe the taste.
You guys are nasty. All right. I don't know why you would do that. Apparently, because Chad is telling me that what the fuck?
Wow. I was expecting something. That's a waste. That's a waste of resources right there.
That is a waste of space. What the fuck you doing? That's hilarious. Wow. It's so tiny and dinky. Now, I knew it was going to be a card, but I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe an instruction manual, like a nice big booklet. Like,
well, why don't they just make it like the same size as the other one?
It's my first fucking Zelda. I kind of want to smell it and read through the booklet and figure it out, but that's hilarious. Okay. So I get the little tiny guy out here.
Careful now, don't break it.
Your,
don't break it. Oh my God.
I did it on purpose. All right, so you got the Nintendo. So, put it in my mouth.
Okay, here, wait. They said there's
give me my
your chaser.
My chaser.
There's your chaser, all right? You ready? Don't laugh, you're gonna break it.
Well, I don't want to put the metal contacts
That's
in
what you
there
have
'cause
to
I don't
do.
want to ruin the game, so I guess I'll just lick the
Take
Joe,
a drink.
Joe.
Is it really that bad?
Joe, it's like a little stinging and a little
You've been poisoned.
poison. I still feel it.
Poisoned.
Oh,
He did it.
oh, it tastes like burning plastic or something. Why would kids put this in their mouth? No. If this was a little baby, he would spit this shit out.
Oh yeah.
This is crazy, Joe. You want to
No,
lick this?
fuck no.
Joe, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
fuck no.
Man, I got something for you, Joe. Come on,
No,
man. Get a little
pass.
bit, man.
I'm pass.
Take a hit.
Pass.
Take a hit.
Pass.
Okay, you know what? Because I licked it. All right, Joe, you're gonna lick 1-2 switch for chat. We're gonna make other Joe lick a cartridge.
You ain't gonna make me do shit.
Joe, lick it. Lick it, Joe. You lick it.
Where'd it go?
Do it. And a nice big contact lick so you can actually, yes. From the side there, ready? Nice big contact lick for jam.
That is fucking nasty. What the fuck is that?
Oh no! Doesn't it smell like? And you can feel exactly where it contacted on your tongue.
That is fucking nasty.
Genius, Nintendo. Genius. You are super smart.
It's gonna ruin my drink now.
I know. So we went from blowing on the cartridges to licking the cartridges. Nintendo, you're
And
some
that
sick.
just ruined
There's
my
some
mouth.
Sick people in this world make me sick. Save that for later.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's still there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's getting worse. You didn't tell me it was gonna get worse.
Yeah, that ain't gonna get worse.
Ah.
No, I'm
Why?
with you, Joe. Why is this happening to my life?
Why do we even do it?
Why did you do this to us? Why in our impressions video are we more concerned about licking cartridges? You people are crazy. All right, so let's get back on task here. We got the power cable. Power cable's, a little heavier here than I thought, but of course it's nowhere near the Xbox and all that shit in previous. Boy, that thing was a beast. You got one of these. Where? Hold. And then you can do it Wii style. Wii style. How? Spider-Man. Yeah, feels good. Feels good. With this thing, it makes the controller more acceptable to me. Without this, wow, that does not come off very easy.
It's sure.
No, I only have one.
The box has
Nintendo.
two.
Okay, thank God. Oh my God! Look, it was under all of this stuff. Okay, so it comes with two. There we go. I was about to say, motherfuckers ripped me off. They knew exactly which console I was gonna buy.
Now.
All right, so we got an HDMI cable. Nice of them to include it. Of course, you need it if it is a TV console, which it is, so they've included it. We've got the actual controller grip. Let's try putting these Joy-Cons on the controller grip. So they slide in pretty nicely there. There we go. And this thing feels kind of weird. Real weird. Square box. Square box.
See that?
This feels funky. No wonder. Well, at least I got the Pro Controller. Let me see the Pro Controller. Okay, and then we've got the little dock area here. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be kind of so light and cheap plastic. But, there's no real internal components here other than the USB, HDMI, AC adapter, and the dock itself. So I guess it doesn't need to be super elaborate or expensive feeling. This is smaller than I thought it would be. Change my console setup. Let's see.
Whoa.
Whoa!
I was like, and that's it, guys.
And that was the end of Joe's Nintendo Switch. Hey, when it's new, it's a little slippery, and it looks like the touchscreen could get quite.
You made my heart skip a beat. I was like, oh shit.
Actually, it's not really picking up a lot of my fingerprints.
It's because you're dead.
And I just ate KFC.
I
didn't
washed
wash
my
my
hands.
hands.
I did.
Well, I wiped my hands off.
Oh.
All right, so how does this go?
Should just dock down.
Is that the wrong way? Screen towards that side. Which side does the screen go towards? Oh, okay. I guess I kind of expected a clicking sound. Oh, when we go ahead and dock the system here. Get a nice shot of docking the system.
Oh, yeah.
Is that really how it sits? That's kind of weak. I mean, that's nowhere near the niceness of the Joy-Con click. Click. Ah, that's like that switch sound. Huh. Okay. See how it kind of sits on there? It's a little cheap. No click for the system itself. I don't like that. But damn, is it sexy. I'll give it that. All right, so we've got this be a USB cable here. The Pro controller. Now, I bought this thinking that this is probably going to be my main way to play the system. And just as when I handled it at PAX South, this feels really good. The buttons are nice and big. Okay, come on, camera. You're fucking shit up. Nice and big. These are bigger buttons than the other controllers, than the other systems. I like that. Maybe because I'm getting old. I'm over. But I like it. The D-pad, nice and crunchy. Feels good. Maybe not fighter good, but good. Plus, minus, home, and whatever they call this button. Triggers feel real nice. This actually feels good. Like I said, it really feels good in my hands. It's a, got a slight heft to it, to where I'm kind of scared that when I'm playing, it'll slide out and fall this way as I'm kind of playing it. But as I said before, these sort of grooves here kind of rest on your fingers here, kind of preventing that from happening. And then also you're kind of supposed to keep your palms under it. Sorry, that taste is still with me.
Yeah.
That was a bad idea. All right.
We're full of bad ideas.
Yeah. Okay, so you're looking at the back. We've got the logo. We've got a kickstand here. And oh my God. Ugh. That is kind of cheap feeling. Hey, man, I paid $500 for... Oh, I think it's...
Is it broken?
No, I think it's designed to break away. That's why I feel that. See how it's kind of cheap?
Yeah.
But I think it is designed to break away. So, let's try this kickstand here. Sit.
Perfect for watching movies.
Sit. Sit. And it's only on one side. I would kind of prefer, maybe in the middle, because what happens if I push on?
Well, why would you be pushing it?
Well, I guess you're right, but it's not as stable. If anything,
they probably should have put it in the middle.
Yeah, well, maybe they couldn't. So yeah, okay, interesting. Little cheap feeling there. Now, what I have a major problem with is putting the port at the bottom. Because here's where you're going to have issues is when I'm sitting in bed or I'm laying in bed and I've got this. Actually, this is a kind of a short cord if you think about it, because I kind of want to stay charged while I play. But it's actually going to make staying charging while you play a little less common because you've got this to deal with. And when you're laying in bed, it's a little annoying. Yeah, you could deal with it, but I think it would have been so much superior to have it up top, out of the way, completely out of your way. That's probably my biggest complaint so far. Um, Everything else looks nice. I guess these are some vents here to keep the system cool and from overheating. Now, the headphone jack is at the top. I like that. Again, we don't want too much stuff over here kind of getting. It should have been on top. I really want to know the reason why it's not on top. You've got the volume control here on top, which is good. And the power button is right here on this side. And then you've got the game card, which honestly, it uses a little plastic
rubber?
design. I don't like that. I like, I at first I want to come over here and press it down, to kind of have it come up or something. But no, this feels very cheap and plasticky. The game card cartridge insert. Here, go ahead and play with that. And I'll throw in one of these games.
It broke.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, man, you going to buy me another one, fool. These are sold out, I think.
They are.
You can't get them
My
no more.
friend actually got one at Target today, the last one.
The last one at Target?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so got a cartridge here. Here's how we go ahead and, I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Assuming Nintendo, they will make it idiot-proof or kid-proof. Let's try to put it in the opposite way. Yeah, it will not be put in the opposite way. And see, it clicks real nice. It clicks nice in. I like that. But the actual housing, because it's kind of freeform and it has two plastic tabs and it's really just like that, I can see this over time, depending, especially if you're a girl with long nails or if you're a little kid grabbing it and pulling it. I can see this taking a lot of wear and tear. So I didn't see a lot of people talk about this, and I think that this is a flaw in the design a little bit. I expect a little bit more for $500. Well, it's not $500, it's $300. But you're going to probably end up spending about $460 to $500 when all said and done to get everything that you need in order to support your system and have the best experience possible. So let's go ahead and now I wanted to make sure that my system was working from the very beginning. So I've turned it on already. But one thing about Nintendo systems, I just love the sounds that they pick for their interface. I got to give them credit there. It's just so nice to listen to. In this case, they have a unique system where it's like when you want to wake it up from sleeping or you turn it on, it wants you to hit the same button 3 times. In this case, the home button. Yeah, there you go. You got your AC adapter. You want to attach the AC adapter in through here, and it looks like like a USB-C type design where where you can put it reverse, so that's good. That's not annoying. So okay, HDMI out, we'll need to do that. Yeah, but it's super user friendly to where you really don't need it. You just start the system and the system will start letting you know what to do. Since I almost threw away one of my controller attachments, you're going to want to make sure that you've taken absolutely everything out of your box. And we have, I guess here is your manual. Printed right on the side of the box. Plug it in, set it up.
You're done.
Turn it on. Press and hold the button there. Set Nintendo Switch controller in sleep mode or wake it up by pressing that power button. And then it just guides you through it. Setup is super easy. Like, it's basically, some like 6 steps. It's really, really easy. A child could do it. Oh, it just turned off from the screen just now because this fit is so shitty, dude. This fit is really shitty. And honestly, I'm worried about the screen being scratched. Like, you literally have to place this perfectly and then just not touch the unit. There's no reason for you to be touching the... Well, actually there is, because you're going to be grabbing at it. You're going to be going at it. So I'm I really want a screen protector. I'm surprised this thing didn't come with at least. I didn't pull off a screen protector, did I? No. Like, this thing should have come with a screen protector over it, and I would have left that shit on. All right, so first thing you're going to want to do when you get the console, obviously, is do a new system update comes out. Now, I wonder if it'll say that this fixes the sync issue. What's in this update? Oh, it tells us. Play games with your friends online, add players to your friends list, basically network features, keep up to date with new games, more fun stuff. The options to turn on your TV automatically when placing the Nintendo Switch console in the Nintendo Switch dock, okay? You could start the update process. Ooh, fine text. I always like reading these. Online multiplayer available for free until the paid online service launches in fall 2017. No! Not available in all countries. This, I think, is Nintendo's Achilles heel and its weakest point for the Nintendo Switch. You don't need to be charging us for your online services because you're not going to have enough games, I think, initially to make that first purchase in fall 2017 worth it. No, I am not going to pay for a Nintendo online service. I'm just not. It would have to blow me away with features, and I just don't think it has that. Power functionality not available for all TVs, right, to turn on the TV itself. Useful. So what we have here is this little square button right here is a capture button. I like that. Easily capture screenshots. Boom, right there. I will tell you, the Pro Controller is so much better than this square piece of shit. Like, holding the Pro Controller feels real good. This one, it just feels very hollow and plasticky around these particular grips. One hand feels awkward and the other one feels good. So the left hand feels good, right hand feels slightly off because I'm so used to this controller design where the buttons are nice and big. What does it look like when you plug this shit in? Well, you guys go to the side there. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, fuck. See, that's the thing, man. You barely move this, and it'll pop out of it. That's really shitty design. If they ever, do a second gen of the Switch design, I guarantee you they'll put a click in there. Click. Is the console charging in the port? Yes, you'll see there. It's got the little charge icon. On my console, it wasn't too charged when I got it out of the bag. We got the Joy-Con controllers there. Bottom left, it shows us how much charge those have. I don't really understand the little green thing above there, the green box above those two Joy-Con controllers. But that's fine. You can change the grip order, pair new controllers. I gotta say, this interface reminds me very heavily of my Android phone. This essentially is, like the Moto Z Force phone. So it is familiar in that way, in that it's mobile feeling. It feels like a mobile system. Whereas I think that the Nintendo Switch is best at competing directly against, say, an iPad rather than the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. Maybe that's why it kind of looks like this. But Nintendo's always known for keeping this stuff kind of simple. So let's go, and I guess well, if I start Zelda, I know I'm going to fucking be involved in it, and I'm not going to want to stop. So I am going to, instead, I am going to start with 1-2 Switch. So, we just played Switch for about 3 hours with 1-2 Switch. The reason why, I know you're saying, what? You play Zelda! The reason why we played 1-2 Switch is because, honestly, between you and me, you know that right now the Switch is a Zelda machine. Okay, so we wanted to test it outside of being a Zelda machine, and 1-2 Switch is going to show us off mostly the functionality of the motion controls and basically Wii U version 2.0. Okay, so that's how we approach the Switch. We played it for 3 hours. We're about to jump into Zelda now, and I hear it's a fantastic game, and I'll give you updated impressions after I've played Zelda. But for here, we're just going to review the hardware. So ignore 1-2 Switch. Except for the aspects that uses the controller, like the HD Rumble. So the HD Rumble really, really impressed me. I like the interface of the Nintendo Switch. I think it's extremely simple. It's more simple than anything anything they've ever done before, I think. I just love the little Nintendo sounds, how you having to switch this. It's very reminiscent of a cell phone applications, which is why I think Nintendo is pretty much doing essentially competing against iPads. There's a touch screen here. And in fact, you know, you can take off the Joy-Cons and look, you've got your iPad competitor here. Like I can pretty much do anything in the system settings by just going ahead and clicking things here. Pressing the back button, going here, doing the different things here, going through that. So I like this. I like the touchscreen. So if they can get the massive library of some of the mobile games and indie games that appear on the iPhone store or the iTunes store on you know, mobile apps, then this thing is really going to compete well in that particular market. Versus the Xbox One and the PS4. Right now, for $300, when you can get a PS4 for like $250, and you can get an Xbox One S for I think around $300. I'm going to say this. I know it's going to piss off a lot of Nintendo faithful, but I don't think it's worth it right now. I really don't. Yeah. I think that you can wait and save your money for when other impressive games come out. Right now,
Skyrim.
You've got Zelda, and I've heard Zelda is like a fucking 10 out of 10. And in my opinion, I think that Zelda is probably the strongest release title for a system ever, okay? The attach rate is going to be insane on Zelda. I really want to see this attach rate. Not since Halo, the original Halo, have we had such an amazing game launch with a system, but that essentially makes it, you know, $300, $400. I've spent $519.56.
All for that one game.
And all for Zelda, because 1-2 Switch was not worth it. Do not spend your $50 on that. Wait for that thing to drop in price. As far as hardware, I like the way it feels. It doesn't feel too cheap to me. Yeah, the Joy-Con controllers are mostly plastic, but it's really impressive rumble features. This Rumble HD is legit. I ended up liking the Joy-Con controllers more than I thought I would. I went ahead and I did buy, well, not this, but I did buy the Pro controller.
That you lost.
That I lost already. $70. I keep thought it was $80, but it's $70. I still think it's slightly overpriced for that, but it's still $10 more instead of $20 more. I like the button placement. It feels good in my hands. It's not super portable, so you still sort of need an extra pouch for that, but you can't get around that. So I'm not taking off any points for that because I want the screen to be this big. I'm old, and I don't have very good eyes, and I can see this perfectly. The screen they've used here,
the better.
Yeah, okay, is absolutely beautiful. The system itself, you know, the way the system sleeps and functionality with the power button is great. Volume control, fan. It doesn't seem to get too hot, though I haven't put in a whole lot of time with it. The kickstand, a lot of people says the kickstand feels cheap. It does, but I think it's supposed to because it's supposed to be breakaway, but I don't want to break it, so I don't want to try it out. I do think that the kickstand could have been done better, maybe towards the middle of the system. I wish the charging point would have been at the top. Number one, to get rid of, you know, the situation where you're in tight spaces or you're laying down and you have to worry about this cord, constantly bending the cord, and that can reduce the life on the cord. You could put it up here, and you could still dock the system in that way. Another thing, actually a bigger weak point than that one. There's a bigger weak point than that because that is relatively small. You could just put that up here. But the docking system is really bad. Number one, I feel like you can scratch the screen pretty easily when you put this in here. So you're probably going to want a screen protector if you're anal like that, like I am. Yeah. That's like you could see the television turn off. This is not secure. And for some of you Nintendo fanboys, it doesn't matter. They're not going to fucking charge it. No, dude. I spent $519 overall on all Nintendo's launch, and I expect a little bit better than this for that. I'm just making sure that it doesn't actually click. So, yeah. So coming back to the system itself, for $300, it's overpriced a little bit right now because the software is not there. Every game console lives and dies by software. This is a game console. It's a mobile console. And right now, it's not there. It's Zelda. If you have a Wii U and you don't have a ton of money, because if you have a ton of money, you already bought one. You don't need me to tell you to go out and buy one. If you have a Wii U, buy Zelda on the Wii U and wait on this. I know that, I might get it anyway. You're spending way too much money right now. So just wait on it because, in my opinion, it's not worth it right now. Why they launched it in March, I don't know. To get it out there before the other consoles because they're not directly competing with the other consoles. They want to try to get it out before the end of their fiscal year so that it can make some sales. So it's not worth it right now. I think this thing, dude, like me personally, if you would have priced this at $200, this thing would be flying off shelves. I would be screaming, everybody buy a Nintendo Switch right now. $200,
sure.
I could justify buying a single game, Zelda, for $200. But for $300, and technically it's not $300 because you're going to buy accessories. You're going to buy the Pro Controller. You're going to buy an additional game. You're going to buy the charging fucking grip because this doesn't fucking charge the fucking controller, the fucking Joy-Cons. And there's only 3 hours of battery life. The relative system storage is very low, and that sucks. However, just buy your own SD card. They're really not that expensive these days, so I'm not going to dock too many points for that because a lot of systems do that bullshit, you know. So that's fine to me. The interface is good. It's a good system. I'm definitely more excited about this, and certainly I think this is going to sell better than Wii U. It's going to sell double Wii U. I think this thing is going to sell 4 to 5 million units by the end of their fiscal year. And then over its lifetime, I think probably 20 million, maybe a little more than 20 million. Because I think it's a good system. Especially, it's going to be even more than that if they drop the price of this thing over the years, which they will. They will. Wait 1 year. I bet you after 1 year, this thing will be $250. After 2 years, this thing will probably be, $199 or
Sold.
$159. Sold. This thing's going to sell like fucking hotcakes for Nintendo. The only thing I'm worried about is third-party support. We saw this huge lineup of third-party publishers, and I was like, it's going to be different this time. Look at how many. Well, that happened for Wii U. And I know you like to deny that point, but it did happen for Wii U, and there was no support. So even though you see fucking EA on there, that could, or Ubisoft, that could just be Just Dance. Are we going to see other titles from these big companies? If we do, this thing is going to be printing money, but it will. I don't think it will ever be as successful as the Nintendo DS and not the 3DS because that was less successful, but the one preceding that, the DS, and that thing printed money. Probably won't get to that level, but it'll still do a lot better as the price comes down. I think it's a great piece of hardware, and honestly, I'm glad I bought it. The speakers are good on it, but I would recommend to use headphones. That's where you're going to get your best experience. I tried it with both, and that's last night when I made sure that the system works. That's the way to go, to use headphones. So we'll put it in its dock. And we're going to begin. So that's purely the hardware review and sort of an assessment based upon what games are available right now. I think that you could wait until November, December. If you really, really want one, you can wait till November, December. If you have money to burn, you don't need me to tell you whether to buy this or not. If you're a big-ass Nintendo fan and you're in the comments right now talking shit about me and my opinion, you don't need my opinion, so stop typing. This is for people who barely can afford it or who are like, okay, do I need to scrounge up enough money right now to get it? No, not right now. Wait 6 months, and trust me, you won't be missing much if you can get your hands on Zelda. Now, if you want to spend $400 for a single game, by all means, go ahead. Zelda is pretty amazing. I'm going to go play it now to see if it can push me over that edge, but $400 for a single game.
I honestly still want to wait for
all right,
some
let's play it right now to see if it can convince me, but I don't think so. A single game. All right, here we go. Okay, my first Zelda ever on a Nintendo console, Nintendo Japan, The old farts working at Nintendo Japan, you could shove it right up your ass. I hate you guys, and I think your old
And that is
antiquated
why
business
they
ideas
hate us.
you're going to run your company into the ground if you keep making mistakes like that. And you better kiss and lick the balls of your developers, because you have some of the most talented first-party developers ever, and it's your business decisions in Japan that's fucking your business. You're on a downward spiral, and you are hoping to God that this pays off, and yet you're still going to be dicks on YouTube instead of allowing everybody to fucking talk about it and share in the revenue and spread the word. You want to continue your old business practices. So if this fucks your business, you have only yourself to blame. Boom. Welcome to Sega. You can stop making fucking consoles and you can go and make software. And we could be playing fucking Mario on our PlayStation 5 or our Xbox 2. Xbox One, Xbox 2. So I've been playing Zelda, like, I don't know, for so many hours. Just nonstop. It's story just getting even better now, and I'm so excited. But, you know, as I was discussing with my stream on Twitch, whether the console hardware or whatnot is, you know, a 6, 7, or 8, or 9, it's definitely not a 9. It's definitely not a 6. We're at 7 or 8. And initially I said 8, but I was considering 7. But here's why I think it actually does ultimately end up at an 8 out of 10, is because I can do this. Like, I am done. Like, I can't take anymore. I'm going to go lay in bed. But because I still want to play, I can do this. And now I'm gonna go lay in bed and play some more. So you got your extra point there, because I was gonna give it a 7, but it's definitely an 8. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next Angry Joe show. I'm gonna play more Zelda.